Attentive. Okay, thank you very much. So, primary 5, today we are blessed again to have time together to learn. Yesterday, I attended the coding session and I learned many things in that lesson. So I encourage you all to always attend the coding lessons. They are very amazing. I also learned many things. Up to now, I already have my Scratch in my desktop here. I downloaded it and I am having it now. So it is something that you have to take serious. These are things that you would pay a lot of money to learn them. But now you're learning them by only buying your MBs and no fee is attached to it. So we should give thanks to Edify. We should give thanks to Itao, and we should bless God for our friends, Christian Schools Owners Association. Every other time, I give praise to God for the gift of these organizations that have enabled this program to be aired to you free of charge. The only thing that you have to do is to make sure that you buy MBs and pay attention in your class. Only that. Isn't it good, girls and boys? It's really good and it's a God's own blessing. So today, we are going to continue looking at our political organization of the pre-colonial states, okay? The states that were organized before the colonialists, okay? And we looked at Bunyoro Kitara. I remember that. I would like to find out whether some of us still remember about Bunyoro Kitara, okay? Aloro Athen. I'm going to start with Aloro. Oh, has gone off. Okay. Samuel and Shalom. Samuel and Shalom.
Yes, teacher.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, Samuel and Shalom, can you please remind us what we learned last week in social studies?
Teacher, last week we did not learn.
Oh no, sorry. What happened?
We had not yet started learning.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Chosen Shalom. Chosen Shalom. Yes, Chosen?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, I remember you were here with me last week, and you are one of those people who has been very attentive the whole of the program. Now, Shalom, tell us what we learned in primary 5 social studies last week. Yes, Chosen.
We learned
I'm sure you should be checking it up. Please check it up and tell us. Oh, Shalom has gone off. Okay, let's give a chance to Isaac Talemwa. These names are common in my calls. Isaac Talemwa, please unmute. Yes, Isaac? Isaac, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, tell us what we learned last week in social studies, primary 5. Okay, we learned about Bunyoro Kitara. Can you tell us? Okay, Abdallah, people are getting off. My friends, Abdallah, Gabi, and Imani.
Yes, teacher.
I hope you won't let me down.
Yes.
Tell us what we learned last week in social studies, primary 5.
We learned
We start with Imani. We start with Imani.
We learned Bunyoro Chitara Empire.
Now Gabi.
Learned about Bunyoro Chitara Empire.
Abdallah.
We learned about the
Chwezi. Yes. Where were their headquarters?
The headquarters of the Bachwezi were at Bigobiamgeni in Sembabule district.
New people, I love that. Thank you very much. Okay, Steve wa Shalom. You see how those people are super good. Steve wa Shalom. Steve wa Shalom. Please unmute. Oh no, Chitiva is not set. Chitiva Shalom, are you there? Okay, so I am very grateful for those boys. That team and that girl, that team always is good. Abigail and Angel. Let me check this other team here. Abigail and Angel. Hello, Abby.
Yes, teacher.
Have you had Imani, Abdallah, and Gabi?
Yes.
Now you also go ahead and tell us a part of our lesson the last week we made.
We learned about kingdoms.
Go ahead.
We learned about the political contributions of the Bachwezi in Uganda.
What? That's amazing. Now tell me one political contribution.
They introduced centralized system of government.
Abdallah must be hearing that super
They
answer.
introduced royal regalia.
Wow, live like that. You have gone beyond. I'm happy. Don't kill me with happiness. Good, very good, Abigail and Angel. Let me get to Asasira and Derek. These teams here, Asasira and Dennis. Are you there? Hey, they have jumped away. Okay, we go to Courtney, Tracy, and Kelvin. Please unmute. Social contributions of the Bachwenzi. Oh no, our network is not good. We can't hear you, baby and my boy. No, we can't hear you, good girls and boys. Let's get to another team. I gave a chance to this Ethan, but he jumped away. Now he has come back. Oh no, we are sorry, we can't hear you. It is breaking, we can't hear you. Sorry, please. We shall get back to you later. Please mute it for us. We shall get back to you later. Thank you. Okay, Gloria, no, we have another one here. Gloria and Dorcas. The team, Gloria and Dorcas. Please
Yes, teacher.
Social contributions of the Bachwenzi.
They introduced local chess.
What is the name of that local chess?
Omweso.
Wow, that is very good, Gloria and Dorcas. Thank you very much. Now I am coming to Elton, Gideon, and Nakaye. Elton, Gideon, and Nakaye.
Yes, teacher.
You are there. Please give us the economic importance of Bigobiamgeni now to Uganda. Elton, Gideon,
Tourist attraction.
Put the sentence well, Gideon alone. Put the sentence well, Gideon alone.
It is a tourist attraction.
Put the word center.
It is a tourist attraction center.
So what does it do economically? Nakai, what does that tourist attraction center do to Uganda economically?
Brings a revenue.
It earns revenues. Okay, through tourist activity, it earns revenue. Thank you very much, Nakaye, Gideon, and Elton. Now I'm going to get to individuals as we start our lesson. I think I've finished all the teams. I have finished all the teams. If I have not seen that team, then that team will write, yes? Somebody is talking to me? I've not finished. Okay, there is Naka today and Esther, but they are not on mic. Naka today and Esther are not on mic, so I can't give them the chance. Daniel and Raymond, they are also not on mic. Daniela and Raymond, they are also not on mic, so they can't talk to me. Okay, so we shall get back to those other teams that we have not looked at after this lesson. I want to find out the teams or the people who are coming from. Oh, yeah. That is amazing chats for me. It earns revenue to the government, Gloria and Dorcas. Okay. Oh, let me first make my director, my admin a host. I thought he was already, but no. Okay. Quickly, I'm going to get back to you, my learners. Let me just get him here and I make him host. My admin, let me make him host. Thank you. Do you want to change the admin host to admin Eric? Yes. Okay. Okay, so he's now the host. Let us continue. Okay, so I was saying I would like to find out from you people who are coming from these southwest part, people who are coming from that area of Ankole. Where are those people who are coming from Ankole? I want you to send me a text message and say, teacher, I'm from Ankole. Teacher, I'm from Ankole. I want to see those people. Those people who are coming from Ankole. I'm just on my chat here. If you are coming from the Ankole region, please get for me to the chat so that we can be discussing shortly after this introduction. All right, thank you very much. I will get back to the chats later to find out those people from Ankole area. So today we want to look at Buganda Kingdom. Buganda Kingdom, okay? Buganda Kingdom is where we are, all right? Buganda Kingdom developed from the following counties. Now, these counties these days, before I start to ask the Baganda here, these counties these days are only known to the true Baganda. But if you are not a true Muganda, you will not know the name of the county that is found in Mukono, for example. Okay? One time when I was discussing with one Muganda, he told me, how is this and this place? I said, I don't know that place. Then he said, that is where you are coming from. That place is called by this name. So now, the Waganda here, please help us to learn the counties that we have here in Uganda. The counties that we have here in Uganda. Okay? Where are you, my Waganda? Come on. Nampera Maria. Nampera Maria. Unmute. Nampera. Yes, Nampera. Please unmute. Oh, Nampera is not unmuting. I think she has some problems. Let me get to another group of people here. The problem, they have put Shadrach. Now I cannot know them. They have put Tina. Okay, Sache. Sache is here. Yes, Sache? Yes, Chisache. Good girl. Please unmute. Georgina? Oh, Nampera seem to have come back. Yes, Nampera? Nampera? Today I think my chat is not moving on well. My audio is not active. Let me now get to the chats. To the chats. Oh, I have already made my admin a co-host, I guess. Make me a co-host. I think I did that. Okay, let me check. I made you a host. Oh no, I made you a host already. Okay. Yes, make me a co-host. So I've already made you a host. Okay. So the counties that make up Buganda Kingdom, we have Busiro County. We have got Maokota County. These are the counties that are known to Buganda Kingdom even up to now. Okay. We have got Chadondo County, and then we have got my own, and that is Chagwe. So when I was trying to tell you the story about Chagwe, one of those elders of mine, the friends, asked me, Mr. Tim, how is Chagwe? Now for me, I didn't know what Chagwe is. That was in 2006. I didn't know what Chagwe was. I didn't have any idea. I asked him, what is called Chagwe? He laughed and said, you don't know where you're coming from. That is the old county of Buganda Kingdom. It is called Chagwe. Okay? Okay. Now, a county, I expected you to know this. In primary 5, you don't know counties. Because in primary 4, I remember we learned about our district. And our district is made up of counties. That must be known to you. A county is a political area that is under the leadership of a county chief. Okay? In these current days, we can say it is where the county headquarters are found. It is where the political administration of LC3 sits. Sorry, LC4. LC4 office, it sits in the county. Okay? So when you go back to the village and you want a stamp from LC3, they even take you to the county. Even LC4 stamp, if you are processing a passport, they will take you to the county headquarters. Okay? In the olden times, actually, these were one of the oldest iron-roofed houses in the community. In this community, when you go to our county in Chagwe, it's the only building that is built with the tiles. Those days, tiles were very expensive and it was roofed. The whole house was roofed roofed in tiles. So these are buildings where the headquarters of the council of LC4 sits. And also the office of LC3 is also in one of those rooms, one of those buildings in the county headquarters. That's why you see LC3 office, LC4 office, they are all there. Those chairpersons are there. So these are what we call counties. So it is from these counties that we get Buganda Kingdom developing from. Okay. Now, Buganda Kingdom got out. It is split from Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. And the title of the king of Buganda, we all know, is Kabaka. There are other titles that he has, Saba Saja, what, all of those ones, Magulu Nyondo, all of those ones are praises of His Royal Highness, the Kabaka. So the title for the king in Buganda is the Kabaka. Now the history of this kingdom dates back to Bunyoro Kitara. It is believed that the queen of Bunyoro Kitara produced twins. And by then, to have twins was an abomination. It was called as a curse from the gods. So this queen decided to hide away Kato. Kato was hidden and given to one of the servants to run away with him because the king would kill him, because it is an abomination to have twins. So from birth, Kato was taken away from the mother. These are legends, these are stories that are written to trace the origin of Buganda Kingdom. So Kato, having got the royal blood, having got the blood of a king, he came to Buganda, he grew up in these sides, and began his own kingdom called Buganda Kingdom. So he becomes the first king of his kingdom called Buganda Kingdom. And so it began to grow. It began to grow and it became big and it became powerful. Up to now, Buganda Kingdom is powerful. Of course, I am not a Muganda. I cannot speak this to praise the kingdom. No, these are facts. Okay? The kingdom is grown. It's a big kingdom now. And these are the factors that have led to the growth of Buganda Kingdom. First one, Buganda Kingdom had a strong leader. Not had, but even now it has the strong leader. So the kingdom has gone on from age to age, from year to year, with the strong leaders. But the history says it had a strong leader, Kato Chimera, had a strong army. Okay, the kingdom had a strong army, the royal army, and then also had plenty of food. And the reason for plenty of food in this kingdom was that it had fertile soil. You know, it is near the Lake Victoria. So it had fertile soil, it has got reliable rainfall. So the people produce a lot of food, and that supported the army and that supported the growth of the kingdom. Now, we also have the small size. Remember the counties. The counties are very few. So it had a small size. That means that it was able to reach out to its people and supply them with a lot of services. The smaller the kingdom is, the stronger it can be, because it is easier to administer it. It is easier to carry on social service delivery to the people. Okay, so being that it was a small kingdom, it was able to grow very fast and stronger. When I talked about fertile soil, the reason for fertile soil is that it is located near the water body called Lake Victoria. And that Lake Victoria also provides security, because the enemy cannot pass through water and survives the attack. Okay, so that water of Lake Victoria provided a kind of a strong security ground to the kingdom, because the enemy could not cross the water easily to attack the kingdom. Remember, in the east also, we have the River Nile. So it became very difficult for you, the enemy, to come and attack this kingdom, because it is surrounded by water bodies. Okay? Look at its northern part. We also have Lake Choga there. So it also provided protection from the invention or the attack from other kingdoms or chiefdoms. Okay, so it received reliable rainfall. I talked about it. And the reason why it receives reliable rainfall, it is near a water body, but also it is near a big forest. By then, Mabira was a very thick forest. By then, Mabira was the biggest natural forest. It is very unfortunate that now the population has increased and people have encroached. People have gone closer. People have entered to destroy Mabira forest. But Mabira forest was once the biggest, the largest, the thickest natural forest in Uganda. Okay, so I talked about the strategic location, the nearness of the kingdom to Lake Victoria. It provided security to the kingdom. These are the factors. Okay, I want each of you to pick 3 of them, and when we meet next week, please give me them. I don't want to give you a mic and then you remain quiet like some of you did in this lesson. I don't know whether it was because of network or you forgot about Bunyoro Kitara. Now, don't forget about Buganda Kingdom, because it is where your teacher comes from. I am right now talking to you from Buganda Kingdom. So take this very serious and remember 3 of them, because this is where your teacher is talking with you from. I am receiving a lot of rainfall. The place has fertile soil. The banana that is grown here is really big. That means the place has plenty of food. So these are the factors that led to the growth of Buganda Kingdom. Okay, the work is there in our Google class. Actually, I sent the work, the exercise yesterday. I sent exercise yesterday, and today I'm going to drop in the notes. Okay, so this is the activity that I sent in that exercise. Fine. I mean, in that Google class. Let me get some few people to remind us this. Aaron, can you please unmute Aaron? Aaron, are you there? Trina, are you there? Please, Trina, unmute. Trina, can you please unmute? Trina. I think we have a challenge with unmuting and muting. People are not able to do it. I don't know what's happening. Okay, but let's first continue. Yes, I can see a chat here. Okay, yes, Murunji is in Liatonde, and she's asking me, teacher, is Liatonde in Buganda Kingdom? Oh, the Baganda they have to give me that map. I only have here the map of Ankole Kingdom that we are going to share in our class. But the map of Buganda Kingdom, I did not get it. I think in the next lesson, I will be able to get it for you. So let's first continue. This activity is already in your Google class. You are going to get it there. Okay. It is directly what we have looked at. We have looked at the counties which make up Buganda Kingdom, the title given to the king of Buganda, who is believed to be the first king of Buganda, or the founder of Buganda Kingdom. We have looked at that twin brother, and then the 4 factors that led to the growth of Buganda Kingdom, we have looked at them. So go through this activity in your Google class and turn in. It's very funny that people are sending me their work during this lesson. They are sending documents during this lesson. I cannot mark it here. You have to turn it in in the Google class, so that you can compete with the rest of the people. Okay? And you can be able to see your marks in that Google class. So learn quickly learn how to turn in your work in the Google class so that I can compile them and mark. Okay, so let's continue. This is what we were remaining with in our last lesson last week. So today we are going to look at Ankole Kingdom. Ankole Kingdom. I asked here people who are coming from this area so that they can share with us a few things, but they have not yet given me response. When I check my chat here, there is no one. Trina says is from Ankole. Okay, that is good. Okay, let me check. Okay, Louise, this is his first lesson of social studies. Louise, you missed out a lot. Okay, Aaron, thank you very much. Okay, there is no one here from Ankole. So I think I need to get back and tell you about this kingdom. We will share experiences later. So Ankole Kingdom was formed, is formed in southwest. In southwest, that is just after the lake. When you look at our Lake Victoria, the other side, that is called the southwest. Okay, when you draw the map of Uganda and you locate the southwest, it traces the origin of the period of the Batembuzi. Now you can see that Bunyoro Kitara is one of the first kingdoms, and all the kingdoms emerged, all the kingdoms broke out from Bunyoro Kitara. Like you have just seen that even Ankole Kingdom, its origin is traced from the Batembuzi. So remember we said that the Batembuzi just disappeared. Okay, the story tells us that they just disappeared. They were performing miracles. So when their time comes, they just disappeared. And then another group of people comes in, another dynasty comes in. So the British colonialists combined other kingdoms together to form Ankole. That means that after the disappearance of the Batembuzi, it is believed that other kingdoms were formed. So when the British came in, they had to put together some other kingdoms to re-emerge, to reform the Ankole Kingdom. Okay? Elton, have you forgotten your hand up, or there is something you want to share?
No, teacher, I've forgotten it.
Oh, okay. Put it down, please, so that we can concentrate. Joanna, you forgot your hand up. You forgot your hand up?
Yes.
Put it down, thank you. Okay, even Adakun, Harriet Adakun, put your hand down. Helen Kelsier, put your hand down. Your hand is up, okay. So I was explaining the origin or the formation of Ankole Kingdom. And we are saying that the origin of this kingdom is traced, is followed back to the period of the Batembuzi. And now in that time, the British had already come to Uganda, and they are now beginning to take up position, to get friends, to get groups of people whom they could influence. So they got Ankole and they began to put together other kingdoms to form Ankole. So examples of the states that were emerged to form Ankole, we have the Kajara, we have Gotigara, Mpororo, Buhenju. So those are the what? The states, the small states that were formed or that were emerged together to form the Ankole. So the name now comes as Ankole. So in our reference, I want you to get back to Buganda Kingdom and identify those particular counties that formed. Oh, Mazima is from the kingdom of Banole. I am from Banole kingdom. Banole or Ankole, I don't know. Then this one, Daniel says they were Demis gods. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's continue. Thank you for that addition. In Buganda, we have some of the counties that form up Buganda kingdom. But also in Ankole, we have the states that were emerged to form Ankole kingdom. So don't mix up these two, okay? The counties of Buganda and then the states that were emerged to form Ankole. Remember, when we say the states, these were independent states, these were independent kingdoms which were emerged together to form Ankole, and this putting together of these kingdoms was done by the British. Okay, so let's continue. Its king was called Omugabe. Its king was called Omugabe. Now, from there, I want us to understand what happened after. Okay, because right now we have Ankole in its titular kingdom. What do we mean by the word titular? Okay, let's first look at the map of Ankole kingdom. This is the map of Ankole kingdom. So you imagine that in the north, it was neighboring Toro kingdom. Okay, in its northwest, we had the Kigezi. And then in its south, we had Rwanda and Tanganyika, or present Tanzania. Meanwhile, in its east, it was neighboring Buganda kingdom, Masaka area. So this is the map of the ancient Ankole kingdom. Okay, so you will find that the other emerged states are here. When you make it bigger, you will find the emerged states around here. Okay, okay. So why do we call this the last king of Ankole? Okay, why do we call this person Omugabe Gashonga? Omugabe Gashonga. Why do we call that Omugabe Gashonga as the last king? Oh, Elvis says I'm from Toro Kingdom. You can see your Toro Kingdom is there. I have not yet finished the previous page. Don't worry, Shakur. The work will be in the Google class. You will copy it. Okay? So let's continue. I can see now it is getting interesting. People are sending messages. Oh, I've seen my kingdom, Toro. Okay. So I was explaining about the last king of the Ankole. We call Gashonga the last king of Ankole because in 1967, I think some of you were not born. In 1967, President of Uganda by then, Dr. Apollo Milton Obote, decided to cancel, to discontinue all the kingdoms, all the monarchies and chiefdoms of Uganda. He decided to close them, no more kingdom and chiefdom. And by that time, Omugabe Gashonga was the king of Ankole. So from that time, His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni came in power in 1993, and he decided to start the kingdoms again in 1993. He said, no, let the kingdoms come back. But in the case of Ankole, we never had a king that would be honored. So from that time, we have got what we call the titular. Titular means someone who is holding a purely formal position or title, but without the real authority. So Ankole Kingdom has had what we call titular kings. Okay? we had a titular king, the first titular king of Ankole, from the time President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni announced kingdoms in 1993 and allowed them to operate. In 2000 up to 2011, we had got the titular king of Ankole that was called John Barieji. John Barieji had a title of his father, Ntare the Sixth. So this was just a titular king. When we say a titular king, it is the person who holds a formal position but without the real authority. Right now, we have a titular king of Ankole called Charles Rebishaije. Charles Rebishaije started this, took over from John Barieje in 2011. Up to now, he is the titular king or the crown prince of Ankole Kingdom. I said titular means someone who holds a position, a formal position, but without a real authority. I want to give you an example of who. This is a very far example. It may not be applicable, but let's use it. We all know the Queen of England. The Queen of England is a titular head of the Church of England. She is the head of the Church of England, but she doesn't have any real authority. It's just a formal position. It's a very far example, but we can use it to understand the word titular. Okay? I think another one we can say a titular king. A titular king is, we can use this example of the RDC. Okay? The RDC is a titular president of a district. Can you imagine when we say titular? Titular simply means somebody who has the formal position but without the real authority. Okay? Has a titular position, you just have a formal position but without real authority. So, up to now, we have got Charles Rebishaije as the titular king of the Ankole Kingdom. Okay, so let's continue. Here, somebody says, send for us that map. The map is already in the Google class. I will. Okay. Let me give Mr. Charles the host role. Then we will continue. So, as we continue, we should get to know that Ankole Kingdom exists as a titular kingdom. It is titular king who has the formal authority, but without, who has the formal position, but without the formal authority. Okay? That is what you should know about Ankole Kingdom. So let's continue to move on. Let's continue to move on. Okay, I've given my admin that host right. Okay, so as we continue, we are left with some few minutes. Okay, no, please don't worry, my friend. Nachmera, we are having these notes in the Google class where you will be able to take notes. Maybe she may need to say a word. Nachmera, can I hear from you, Nachmera? Nachmera, Elizabeth. Yes, Elizabeth. Nachmera, can you talk to us? Nachmera? Hello, Nachmera? Unmute, please. Okay. I think she was telling me that. Nachmera, what's the problem?
Share your too fast.
From which part exactly?
From Buganda Kingdom.
From Buganda Kingdom. Okay, so we are going to get you that work. You will get that work in Google Class, okay?
Okay,
we are
teacher.
left with very few minutes, and we would like to finish Ankole Kingdom. And there are some of the important information that you should know about Ankole Kingdom. You should know the meaning of the word titular. Titular means it is T-I-T-U-L-A-R.
Okay, teacher.
Have you written that word, titular?
Yes.
Spell for me.
T-A.
T-I.
T-I. U-A.
T-I-T-U.
T-U.
L-A. R.
L-A-R.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's the word titular. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Titular means holding a purely formal position or title without any real authority.
Okay.
Okay. So who is the titular king of the Ankole right now? Charles Revishaiji. Charles Revishaiji. He got this titular kingship from Ntare VI. His real name of Ntare VI was John Barieje. So John Barieje, we can say, is the first titular king of Ankole when President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni opened up and allowed kingdoms to operate again. Okay? But the last real Omugabe of Ankole was Omugabe Gashonga. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So let's continue. I want you to be on so that I hear the background. Maybe it is the noise in the background that makes you not to follow the lesson well. Okay? So you have to be on. I will keep you on. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's continue. Now we have understood Ankole Kingdom. I said here in the beginning, Ankole Kingdom was formed in Southwest. It traces the origin of the Batembuzi. The British colonialists came and collected some of the small kingdoms that existed and formed Ankole. The kingdoms are: one, my friend, give me the first one. Hey, you have gone off. Are you there?
Yes.
Give me the first one. Now you see, that's why you're saying I'm very fast. Hello, are you there? Are you listening to me?
Yes, teacher.
What are you doing in the back? What are you doing at home? You see the reason why you are saying you are not following me. I want you to follow me. Do you see your screen? Do you see your screen?
Yes.
What is the first state there?
Kajara.
Kajara. Now read the second one.
Igara.
The third one.
Pororo.
Then the last one.
Buhweju.
Now, those ones who are saying in the background with you, let us move together, okay?
Yes.
So what was the new name of this kingdom?
Ankole.
Okay. And name the title given to the king of Ankole.
Omugave.
Okay. Now let's continue. The map is here and the last king is there. The last king does not mean that now Ankole doesn't have a king. No, Ankole has what we call titular king. A titular king is a king holding a purely formal position or title without any real authority. Okay? So right now, the titular king of Ankole is called Charles Revshege. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So now let us look at Toro Kingdom. Somebody was saying, I am from Toro Kingdom. Where are you from? What is the name of your kingdom? This person, you see, when I catch one of you and we move together, I realize that you are engaged in other things there.
But teacher, I'm from Buganda Kingdom.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So I want you to pay attention to my lesson and follow me, move with me, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so let's continue. So we have Toro Kingdom. Toro Kingdom broke away from which kingdom?
Bunyoro Kitara.
Okay, so you can see that Bunyoro Kitara is the mother of most of the kingdoms that we have right now. Okay?
Yes.
Can you tell me the founder of Toro Kingdom?
Prince Kavoyo.
Okay, in which year?
In 1830.
Okay, thank you very much. Kavuyo was the oldest of which king?
Of the Omukama.
Of Omukama. Now, remember we said by this time, we already have colonialists, the British colonialists. They're already now here. By this time, when these kingdoms are beginning to break out from Bunyoro Kitara. So we have one British called Captain Frederick Lugard. Okay?
Yes.
This captain begins to meddle up, begins to mix up himself with the affairs of kingdoms. Okay?
Yes.
And now he begins to reason out with Omukama Kasangama of Toro. He was welcomed there by this Omukama of Toro. Why do you think that he was welcomed there? Let us look at the first one. Okay? He wanted to restore to his throne. Okay?
Yes.
That means that there was a problem in Toro Kingdom that made the king to be removed. The king was removed because of need for leadership. So now he wanted to be restored to his kingdom. And so he welcomed the white man called Captain Frederick Lugard. When he welcomed him, he also wanted protection against his enemies. Who were these enemies of Toro Kingdom? I'm listening to you.
Yes.
You see, you are not moving with me. Who was the enemy of Toro Kingdom? Okay, so I'm going to let you go. And I get Felix and Dan. Please mute now. You can mute my friend, Elizabeth.
Yes, teacher.
You can mute now. Felix, are you there? Felix and Dan, are you there? Yes, Felix. Oh, I think Felix is not there. Okay, let me check. Check where that background is coming from. Okay, is here from Shalom. Okay, all right. So my learners, we are moving on. Shalom is getting stubborn. Shalom,
Yes, teacher.
please mute yourself. Good. Thank you very much. So I want us to continue. I realize that you children need to be followed up all the time because of the interruption at home. But let us follow up and find out, how did Omukama Kasangama benefit from the coming of Captain Frederick Lugard? Remember what he wanted? What he wanted was, he wanted to be restored to his throne. He wanted protection against his enemies. Now, let us see whether he got that, okay? Number one, he restored him to his throne. That was the first one. Favor, are you listening? The first one was Omukama Kasangama was restored to his kingdom. Two, he gave protection against Omukama Kabalega. Of course, from Bunyoro Kitara. I was asking my friend that who was the enemy of Toro kingdom? The major enemy of Toro kingdom by then was the mother kingdom where he broke out from. That was the Bunyoro Kitara kingdom. So this is what happened. He also drove Kabalega out of Toro kingdom because Kabalega was one of the enemies which were within Toro kingdom. Toro kingdom had enemies, internal enemies and then external enemies. Enemies within the kingdom, one of them was Kabalega, and then enemies out of the kingdom, and one of them was Bunyoro Kitara kingdom. So Captain Lugard decided to drive away Kabalega out of Toro kingdom. So those are the happenings. Those are the events that brought up these kingdoms, the two that we have learned today. Bunyoro Kitara kingdom, Toro kingdom, and then Ankole kingdom. Let me review with you this very fast so that we can see whether you have been following me. I start with Murunji. Murunji, are you there? Murunji Ethel? Yes, Murunji. Please unmute Murunji. Yes, Murunji. Another Murunji, Daniela. Unmute, please. Okay, let me get to those who have put up their arms. I know, yes, Murunji is up. Yes, Murunji.
Yes.
Aha. Can we get back to the reasons why Omukama Kasangama of Toro welcomed Captain Frederick Lugard? Talk to us. Favor, please. It's your turn, Favor. Unmute and talk to us. Yes, Favor. Give us the answer. Reasons why Omukama Kasangama of Toro welcomed Captain Frederick Lugard. Oh, you can see the background. The background is really bad. The background is not good. There is a lot of talking in the background, so the learner is not able to concentrate. Okay, Mark? Yes, Mark? Please unmute. Hello, Mark? Are you there, Mark? Okay, then let me go to my team. Favor? No. Ivana? Ivana, are you there? Ivana, please unmute. Acheng, Ivana, Esther. Oh, the class is not responding. I don't know what's happening today. Jesse? Let me hear from Jesse. Yes, Jesse. Unmute, please. Okay. Can you answer the first question?
He wanted to restore his throne.
Thank you very much. You are the best. Please mute it now. Calbert? Calbert, are you there? Calbert? Calbert is not on. Okay. Let me check. Abochi? Abochi? Yes? Abochi, are you there? Paul Henson? Paul Henson? Yes, talk to us.
He wanted protection against his enemies.
Who were his enemies?
Bunyoro Kitana.
And then who? Kabalega. Thank you very much. Okay. Those are the people who are attentive. I love that. When you give somebody a chance and is sharp to give the answer, that is very good. You know, we are many in our call, so we need to be very fast. When I give you a chance, you need to pick up the opportunity very fast. Khan Imran. Now I can hear. My friend Shalom is back. My friend Shalom is back, although she's gone again. I wanted to hear from Shalom, but she has gone again. Juliet. Juliet is here. Yes, Juliet. Esther and Naka today. Esther and Naka today. Are you there? Esther and Naka today, please unmute. Okay. So my friends are not responding, but in the message, I can see some messages here. Let me read a few of them. Oh, these ones are not able to hear anything. I was muted. Okay, teacher, okay, the map is not clear. Okay, when you get to the Google Notes, that map will be very clear and you will be able to see it. Okay, my friend here says, teacher, the work is not in Google Classroom. The notes, not the work. The notes are not there yet, but the work is already there. The notes, I will deliver them after this lesson. I will be putting them. Okay. Thank you very much. So, class, I'm going to request my admin to come in because now our time is off. But let us read this in our Google Classroom and we answer the activities that we have. So for now, I welcome you Eric, please, you're welcome. As we wind up our admin, Eric. Admin, Eric. Okay. Yes, Charles. Yes, Charles. Okay. Hello, Charles. I think my admin is not on. Okay. So for now, I would like to end this call and ask all of you to concentrate. Remember that if you don't turn in your work, then you will not be able to get the marks. It is only when you turn in the marks, that is when you will be able to get your marks. So from me and all the team, I would like to say bye. Okay. Okay. So bye for now, my class. I wish you all the best of your day. See you next week. But remember, you need to do my work. Do my work, please. I would like to see you in the Google class, Samuel and Shalom. If you could create 2 different accounts in the Google class, join the Google class as individual so that I can see your work. Okay? Google Classroom, yes, that's where we shall see the notes and other things. Bye, Jude, and bye, Isaac. Okay. So thank you very much for attending this lesson. I would love to hear from my admin, but I think there is no one who is on. Okay. Right. Let's stop the sharing. Okay. Okay. Recording. Yes.